Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, where there's a school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning. Boy, do they hope the Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in home-standing Michigan State. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, taking on a team from the SEC, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field. It's Childs. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's McCray. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
They'll give it to the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Back to throw, it's Childs. Bringing the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. On the direct snap, it's Aurora. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Ragin' Cajuns are rolling down the field. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult for him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Smith wants to throw. Trying to barrel in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Denson. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. And they will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
Yeah, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he made the extra point without problem. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dennis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll move the wide receiver. Smith dropping to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Unloads it left. Zips it out to his man. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the inside. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but a really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
The Spartans line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Childs. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Back in the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
The Ragin' Cajuns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Ragin' Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Sparty. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a colossal top 5 matchup. Let's fill you in on what's going on. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over BYU. No offense, fellas, but I'm going to watch the finish of this top 5 matchup here. You guys do you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Motion from the wideout. Smith wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
Wants to fire on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Aurora. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
He lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Grab behind the line. It's Palmer. Crosses the 40. Turns it on in midfield. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Smith dropping to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's
makes the grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Right down the gut of the field. Defense picks it up. The 30. The 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Smith wants to throw. Fires left. Wide open downfield. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Ragin' Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
To the air, it's Childs. Gets it out fast. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Quickly complete. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Finds us back in the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And he's knocked down. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, he's got some space. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you can tell. He wanted that with.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. On the run, still looking. Going right and going deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the ground with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
He'll take another shot here. He's got it along the sideline. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Raging Cajuns have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Smith wants to throw. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Michigan State, 21, Louisiana, 16.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
On the play. Brings up second down.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Turns on the Jets. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Childs. Get it out on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Finds a soft spot. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Using his feet, and they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll leave it with him. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. 1st down. Smith dropping to pass. Going to take a shot. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Dennis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. Dances away to buy time. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making plays for him.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Smith wants to throw. This time he's got his man. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Ragin' Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle, it's Palmer.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Ragin' Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field.
Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Smith dropping to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air, buying some time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and they're trying to get something going here. Obviously, got to make something happen quick late in the 4th quarter, and that might be their last chance, their last real shot. Now they turn the football over, and it's just not looking good. That clock is really working against them.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Child. Lofts one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in. up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year. Coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
16.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dennis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they got the offense right back out there. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Smith wants to throw. Here's a heat. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ragin Cajun. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly